Good evening, everybody. I hope you can see and hear me. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, my Tuesday night live stream. I am using a new computer. I did not test it out. I was busy working on the video I wanted to show to you tonight. So all my time was spent doing that. Maybe I should open up a window over here so I can monitor myself. We'll see. Oh, I can't. I can't do that. I'll do this. Let me open up a new window. I have to open up a new window anyway for what I wanted to show also. And I will, I'm so far behind. So let me just go to YouTube, see if I'm on there. And, oh, it's a new computer. I got to sign on and everything. I can't do that. I can't do that. But let me look up something for myself so that I can. Oh, good. That's what I want. All right. For later. All right. We'll do that. I guess you can see me. I see a haircut comment. All right. I am almost there. Okay. And all right, getting ready. Somebody at the door? Yes, somebody's at the door. Yes?
I just want to tell you, it looks great.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you're on and it looks great.
Thank you.
So no worries.
Thank you very much.
You're
All right.
Anything I can do to help.
Aw,
Do you need anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
I think so. I think now.
Sorry to interrupt.
No interrupt. No need to. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's check the chat. Like even my camera is a bit lower than normal, and it's pointing up, but you can see my clock better. How about that? Cool. Let me award today's gold medal to Big Disney fan Keith. It was a pleasure to be on Keith's show on Sunday. We talked movies. I'm going to talk movies again tonight. We went over our top 10 movies. So if you want to see my top 10 movies, check out Big Disney Fans live stream from Sunday, and you'll see it. I'm going to talk about something different movie-wise today, but that was great fun, and I thank Keith for having me. Our silver medalist, Noah, racking up the silvers. And today's bronze medalist is Caitlin. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's see who else is here. We've got the Disney Nerd Herders.
Nerds!
Welcome. Thanks for being here. And James Ryan, always a pleasure. So happy you're here too. We've got Wendy Lou. Who? Wendy? Wendy? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cynthia, Candy Mom 15. Mar in Memphis also here. Thank you, everybody. Alex, the filmmaker, welcome. AJC Magic TV. Amy, good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Pepper Tree Villa. Yes, my second haircut since the global pandemic, and it was long overdue. Again, I went to the in-house salon here, and they did a fantastic job. So thank you to my stylist, Aaron. But thank you. It is magnificent. I agree. Piglet Roo loves Disney. Welcome to you as well. I'm so far behind. Thank you for being here. Uber Wisdom Videos. I see you here as well. I feel I'm all out of sorts, but I feel like I say that every week. Michelle the Quilter, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Rob Fuzz is in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if I missed you, I'm so sorry. Samantha Lowe, good to see you as well. And I think I'm almost through with that. But if I missed you, I do apologize. And my sister's here. I don't have a sound for you, but welcome. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. As I had mentioned earlier, I was on with Keith, big Disney fan, and what happened there? What is going on? Oh, that's from High School Musical. That's not what I want. I want that. All right. And my mom's here. Welcome. So I was on with Keith on his show on Sunday, and we're talking movies. Why are we talking movies? Because Dean from the Live Place wanted to celebrate movies this week. So Keith had a great idea to discuss movies on his show in keeping with the theme that Dean brought to us. And I wanted to continue that. So I thank Dean. I thank Keith as well for reminding me, that's something I can do too. Hi, Russ. Also, we talked about our top 10 favorite movies on Keith's show, but today I'm going to talk about a couple different things. And the first one is a sound effect, and I play it all the time. Let me, where is it? I have to find it. No, that's not it. Do I even have it on here? I thought I did. Maybe I don't have it on here anymore. Well, that's a drag. It's called the Wilhelm scream. And it's a sound effect that's been used in movies since the 50s. And I'm going to show a compilation that's on YouTube. And perhaps you'll recognize the sound. I've played it on my show a whole bunch. And I'm not going to play it for you right now because I can't. But I lost the sound. Oh, no, here it is. That's it. That's the Wilhelm scream. And in what I'm about to show you, you'll see the very first movie where that was used. And it was a character in the movie called Wilhelm. And it's a cowboy movie. He's sitting on his horse. He gets shot in the leg with an arrow. And he does that scream. Bob and Ashley, welcome. Also, welcome to Mouse Talk. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So what I want to show, if I can do this correctly, is share this. I'm going to share the audio as well. And if you're not familiar with the sound, after you see this compilation, you will be, and you'll perhaps recognize it without having known you were familiar with it. You'll recognize it in some of the movies you've seen it in, including all of the Star Wars movies, Toy Story, so many. So let's share this. Let's go back. So this is the video, and here we go. 3-minute video, and fair warning, at times during this video, the audio gets low. I don't know who put this together, but they did not match their audio. So sometimes it gets quite low, but other times it's perfectly audible and you can hear it just fine. So let's get to it. It's kind of funny how many movies this has been in. So the first movie is called The Charge at Feather River from 1953. And they played this sound 3 times in that movie. And that must have tickled filmmakers to recognize the same sound 3 times in the movie. And then in the next year, them used it a couple of times. Wanda, welcome to the show. Sherry, Awesome Sunsets Travel, welcome. I hope you guys can hear this, because I can't tell if you can. This sound is used in TV shows and commercials. I've heard it in a Kit Kat commercial. And since this compilation has been put together, this one's difficult to hear. It's in Aladdin. Steven Spielberg uses it for a lot of stuff. George Lucas uses it all the time. Quentin Tarantino. And this compilation was put together a few years ago. And I've heard it in a bunch of movies since. Here's the last one. All right. So why is this scream used so much? Asks Pepper Tree Villa. I actually don't know. I'm guessing because it was such a unique sound that the makers of the first movie, I can't even remember what it's called. It was what's going on? The Charge at Feather River. That's the name of the movie. They used it 3 times. Mike Wheeler, welcome to the show. And it's so ridiculous to use that same sound because it's so unique. And I would imagine filmmakers saw that movie and heard that sound and rolled their eyes. Surfer Girl, welcome. And then they thought this would be funny if I used that sound in my movie. So they started using it, and it just picked up steam. It snowballed. Yes, snowball of steam. That didn't make sense. But like I said, it's just grown in popularity, and I recognize it immediately whenever I hear it. So, and I think you will now too. D&G Explorers, welcome to the show. But yeah, I wanted to show that compilation because I'm sure other people are doing shows about their favorite movies, and I've already done that. So I had to think of something that was a bit different. So, and I always get a kick out of that Wilhelm scream. So what's next? I should probably, because I don't know how long it's going to take, start my top 15 list right now. And yes, it has a movie theme. And my plan was to play video examples for my top 15 list. I don't know if it's going to work, but I've prepared a little something. The thing is, though, I only have video examples for 10 of them. So for the first 5, you're just going to go back on the screen here. So in keeping with the movie theme, I'm going to show you my top 15, and frankly, they're not my top 15. I don't know. But it'll be 15 movie mistakes. Uh-oh. There it is. Oh, what's this? Wanda, cruising for food, $10 super chat. I need that scream for my D&G ringtone. You got it. I will email that to you. I can do that. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's very nice. Mr. Fulton Mraz, welcome to the show. Okay. While I'm a little bit behind, so I'm going to hopefully take the video I made. I'm going to put it on this new computer. Looks like it worked. Okay, so that's good to go. Let's get into the top 15 list. Okay. I tried to put as many Disney movies as I had time to work on. What is this now? Mom, super sticker, $1.99. Thank you. Nice avatar. Thank you for the super chat. I saw somebody else was here. It's Joey's World. Not late, right on time. Whenever you get here, it's right on time. Good to see you. Thank you for the super sticker, Mom. Donna Jaworski, welcome to the show. I see you in here. Okay, so the Avengers, I might want to zoom in a little bit, though, so you can see my screen a little bit better. Wrong way. I'll get there. There we go. This is good. Okay, in the first Avengers movie, near the end, the final battle in New York, Captain America gets a laser blast in the side, and here you see it. This is it. But moments later, when Tony Stark falls from the sky after saving the world, Captain America rushes in, and lo and behold, he no longer has that wound, and his costume, his outfit, his uniform, perfect, as if nothing happened. So yeah, I think there were a couple in the Avengers, but this is the one I was able to get pictures of. Now, I didn't make this list because I hate movies. I actually love movies, but I find so many things about movies fascinating. And one is how some mistakes can make it through. There are hundreds of people that work on a movie, including a script supervisor that can look out for stuff like this. But things fall through the cracks all the time. And this is just one of them. In a movie I really enjoy. But again, it's minor. Some are more egregious than others. Number 14 on my list of movie mistakes. Oh, Forrest Gump. Okay, so this is one I actually wasn't aware of. I read about it. And somebody can clue me in to whether this is accurate or not, because I actually read about this one, but I thought it was interesting because it was a bit different than all the others. At the end of Forrest Gump, or near the end of Forrest Gump, spoiler alert, it shows here that Lieutenant Dan invested some money in Apple, early Apple stock. Now, here's what I'm unclear about. I read that this scene takes place in 1975. However, Apple stock did not go public until 1980. So therein lies this unusual movie mistake. Or not unusual, but just unique, because it's different than every other mistake on my list. So Apple had its IPO in 1980, I guess, and I wasn't aware when this scene takes place, but I read that it was 1975. So they could not have purchased Apple stock 5 years before it was available. So maybe somebody can clue me into whether that's accurate or not. But I thought it was interesting. The Dufilly crew, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We're talking movie mistakes. So number 13, obviously Lieutenant Dan was a time traveler. I know he's an astronaut. Number 13 on my list. Again, I don't have videos for these first ones. Superman the movie. I've seen this movie a bunch of times, especially growing up. It was on cable or whatever. And this picture is hard to see, but I got it maybe 25 minutes ago, right before I went live. Marlon Brando plays Jor-El, the father of Superman. And near the beginning of the movie, he's putting baby Kal-El, who becomes Superman, in his little asteroid rocket to be sent off to Earth. Well, Jor-El's never been to Earth. He's only ever been to Krypton, we assume. But the actor, Marlon Brando, and I know this is difficult to see, but in a scene where he's putting the baby in there, you can see Marlon Brando's watch, clearly an Earth-made watch on his wrist there for Marlon Brando. Pete McDivitt, welcome to the show. Sorry, let me wet my whistle. Oh my goodness. I'm drinking kombucha. Maybe I'll just stick with water during the show. I don't mind it, actually, but it stings. Okay. All right, let's get to number 12. Number 12 movie mistake on my list here. All right, Rumble in the Bronx. This was Jackie Chan's first major U.S. release. He had been in movies before, but this stars Jackie Chan. It was made with the United States in mind. It takes place in the Bronx, but I don't know if you can tell in the background of this picture how just not in the Bronx they are. It appears there's a mountain range back there, and you can see it quite often in the movie. And it's kind of charming, actually, because we know they made this movie in Asia and for a U.S. market, but I guess they could not get around with these wide shots here, seeing the mountains in the background. I remember this at the time. This movie came out in the late 90s. I saw it at the theater, and I remember when the movie came out, I remember hearing about this particular mistake, and then I saw the movie and liked it because Jackie Chan's very entertaining. But this mistake is just hits you over the head. It really does. But I enjoyed it. Maybe it's Bronx, China, Russ. Good point. It's not, but maybe. It's not. Number 11 on my list of movie mistakes here. All right, here's a movie I've never seen. It's Bad Boys from 1983. This is not the Will Smith and Martin Lawrence movie. This is a Bad Boys movie that came out in 1983. This is another one I read about when I decided to make this list, and I was crunched for time. I looked some stuff up. I didn't come up with all of these. This is one I did not come up with, but I thought it was pretty funny. And I don't know how, I've never seen the movie. I don't know how long this lasts, but they're fighting. These two characters are fighting. And apparently the scene is quite chaotic. Well, in this still shot, you can see a second unit film crew right there filming. Now, when certain movie makers with certain scenes, they want coverage, meaning they don't want to miss anything with the camera. Quite often, in a scene that's not as chaotic as this, they'll use one camera and they'll set up lighting for that particular camera because, that's the only camera that matters, and they want the lighting to be perfect for that camera. But in an action sequence, they'll have multiple cameras going now. So lighting's not as important. The action is primary. And in this scene, somehow, I don't know how the editor missed this, or maybe they saw it and decided, well, it goes by so fast nobody's going to notice. I'm not exactly sure. But Jack Sandy Claus Logan, welcome. But that's really funny because you see the giant, it's a giant film camera. So it's that a movie studio would own. So this kind of looks like Fight Club. Nobody in Fight Club is going to own that camera. So I don't know what's going on there, but I saw this multiple times when I was looking stuff up. And for the most part, the rest of it is mine, stuff that I thought of or remembered. So Blaine, welcome to the show. All right, let's move on to number 10. Oh, okay. That's my reminder for myself. Let's hope the video works. So let me try to call it up. All right, where are we going here? This would be fantastic if I could show this to you. If not, there might be another way to do it, but all right. Okay, so the video is playing. It appears to be the length I made it. Let's hope for the best. Okay, let's share this. This one. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear anything, but you don't need to. None of these are audio mistakes. Okay. So this one is from Elf, the movie Elf. And now there's a couple of mistakes going on here. So I'm going to play this and stop it. There we go. Okay. So here's the scene. All right. Let me stop it there. See that Coke bottle on the very right? Now, immediately with the cut, Buddy the Elf goes to chugging the bottle. Let me start that again. There's a Coke bottle there on the right. I circled it for you. In the very next shot, Buddy is holding it. So that's a bit of a mistake there too. Now, this next one is a mistake I understand because of product placement. Now, Buddy is chugging this 2-liter of Coke. When he raises it up, I'll stop it there. The label is not facing the camera. Now, as a movie maker, being aware that Coca-Cola is paying a bunch of money to you to showcase their product, they're going to want their label shown. So in the very next shot, which is supposed to be seamless, but the label faces the camera there. So there's a couple of mistakes here. One, the placement of the bottle, and two, the position of the bottle in Buddy the Elf's hand. What are you going to do? All right. That seemed to work. I was very pleased with that. All right. Next. That was 11 or 10. I don't know anymore. I'm just going to play the rest of whatever I have. And let's just say it's 15 of them. Okay. What do I have next? Okay. James Bond, 007, Quantum of Solace. I'm going to play the scene once and let you see if you can find the film flub. Okay. That was fast. That went by really quick. Let me play it again, perhaps. Oh, I went back too far. All right. Here it is. Really fast. Okay. So let me slow it down. This is the case of an extra doing what he thinks he should be doing, but not doing it right. So this extra in the background is holding a broom. All he has to do is pretend to sweep with it on the ground. The broom never touches the ground. So he's sweeping the air. Yeah, nothing happening there. I don't know if he's trying to swat bugs or I don't know what he's doing there. But I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I watch too many movies. I don't know. But it's fun. It's fun to find stuff like this in movies and then laugh about them after. Excuse me. Let's move on. This is actually going quicker than I thought. I started my list way early. What's next? I don't know. Okay. Toy Story. We have Toy Story here. There's a mistake in Toy Story, and it's physics. This is a scene near the end of the movie where Woody and the Misfit Toys, I don't know what they're called, are scheming. They're doing something. So let me play the scene here. Okay. Now, there's Ducky lifts the light bulb through the light bulb hole. That's a technical term. Okay, so the thing is, there's no way that light bulb and its housing could fit through that hole. It is meant to cover up the hole. So its circumference is going to be larger than the hole. There's no way you could pull it up into the ceiling that it's mounted on. So did I slow it down here at all? Okay, so I just have a freeze frame. But yeah, that's funny because they had to animate that to be true. So either it's just a mistake. They thought this is going to happen so fast, nobody's going to care or know. Or let's say that this housing is equal in size to the hole, which I don't believe they make that like that. So that's what I noticed when I first saw the movie, and bugged me then. It bugs me now. But if I'm being kind, I'm going to say, all right, maybe the movie makers thought it was the same size. It's not. It's not. That's a mistake. All right, let's move on. Why did I freeze frame that shot? I don't know. Okay, what's next? Darkness. Oh, okay. Classic movie. Alfred Hitchcock, North by Northwest. I'm going to play the scene for you and let you try to find the mistake. Now, fair warning, there is a gunshot in this, and it appears as though Cary Grant gets shot. He doesn't really. He died of natural causes many years later. But let me play the scene, and I just wanted that disclaimer beforehand. So here it is. And I don't know if you can hear this. You don't really need to. Oh, okay. That was my fault. That arrow. Don't pay attention to that arrow. Okay. So she pulls a gun out and then shoots him. There's that arrow again. Oh, you know what that means. Those arrows aren't going to be where I wanted them later on. Okay. All right, forget the arrows. But here's the mistake. And Russ has it. I see Russ put it there. There's a kid with his finger in his ears anticipating the shot. So let's play it. There he is, getting ready for the gunshot. He knows it's coming. So they must have gone through that scene more than once because that kid knew something loud was about to happen. So he was preparing himself. So there was another wayward extra. Chris Ryback, welcome to the show. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. All right, what's next? Nothing. Okay. Napoleon Dynamite. And this is where the arrows were supposed to be. So I'll just point out what's going on here. Okay. Tina, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we're talking about movie mistakes. So I love Napoleon Dynamite. Is it a perfect movie? No. And I'll show you why. I'm going to play the scene. Let's go. This is Napoleon calling home to his brother, Kip. Kip is making himself a plate of nachos. All right. Kip answers the phone. All right, let me pause it there. You see how much cheese is on the plate of nachos? Just pay attention to it. We'll come back to it a few times, maybe 2 more times. And then the third time we come back to it, pay attention. Okay, so again, cheese is as it was before. Back to Napoleon. There's the cheese. Looks a little different, but it's fine. I can live with that. All right, now we're going to pay attention to the next one when we cut back to it. And he wants them to bring chapstick. And, oh my goodness, there's a mountain of cheese now on the plate. Now, here's the thing. That is a huge block of cheese. Here's the thing about this. I don't know if this was the filmmakers having fun and realizing that this is just ridiculousness, or it's truly a mistake. I'm leaning toward this is purposeful, but I don't know why. It certainly breaks continuity. But if you notice during the scene, Kip keeps looking back at his nachos for no reason. Why is he monitoring his nachos? Nothing's going to happen to them. And then in this final cut back to Kip, there is now a mountain of cheese on there. Now, Bob makes a good point. Maybe multiple takes, and then they use the best parts of the takes for the scene. That's very well possible. That may have happened too. So this could be a legitimate movie mistake. But for some reason, I want to think they did it on purpose, even though it makes no sense. And he keeps looking back at the plate. Oh, yeah. So I always get a kick out of that one. All right, what's next? Okay. Jaws, one of my favorites. This was on the list that Keith and I went over on Sunday. So Jaws, if you're not familiar, what? But if you're not familiar, this takes place on the East Coast during the first week of July, a very hot time of year. Yes, this takes place, I guess, like it's supposed to be the Cape Cod area. It's Amity Island, which doesn't really exist. But this scene, if I'm doing my calendar correctly, I think this scene takes place on July 3rd. So we know, because later the mayor says, tomorrow's the 4th of July and it's going to be the best one we ever had, or whatever he says. I don't know what he says, but take a look at the trees on the left. There are no leaves on those trees. And you may be asking yourself, how did that happen? The movie Jaws was supposed to be done in maybe 2 months. So they started in May, and they were to film in Massachusetts for 2 months. Now, famously, there were a lot of delays for the movie Jaws, for the filming. Notably, the mechanical shark gave them a lot of problems. And they went months and months and months beyond their deadline. Beyond their scheduled shoot days. But yeah, reshoots and delays for a number of reasons. It is colder in New England, Donna, but not this cold on July 3rd. Anyway, not cold where it knocks the leaves off the trees. And everybody's bundled up. Let me play it. Let me play the scene. Absolutely everybody's bundled up. Okay, that circle's not supposed to be there. Don't worry, it'll disappear. Okay. All right. Look at the chief. Chief Brody is walking. Now, I know it's the morning, but it's the morning in July. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's wearing toques or winter hats. Everybody's got a coat or jacket on. Harbor Master Frank Silva's bundled up. This because this scene was shot in the autumn. if not the winter. And I don't know if I don't know if I see that. I don't think I replay it. Maybe I do. Oh, well. But that's why. So, and I've seen Jaws. Yeah, I just slowed it down for some reason. I've seen Jaws maybe 1,000 times. No hyperbole. A little hyperbole. But I've never noticed that until recently. But now having noticed it, I can't believe I didn't notice it for as many years as I did. But and there are times where I think I see their breath. I don't know if I do or not, but that's because they were shooting this summer scene in winter, or maybe it's fall. I don't know, but it was cold for them. So there's that. All right, what's next? Okay. This is famous. Maybe you've heard about this. The cowboy in Pirates of the Caribbean. What's Mike Wheeler saying here? Jim, you never know. Is it possible snow in Colorado City tonight, even though the rest of... there is I heard about the snow in Colorado. Is that really happening? But even if it does snow, I'm sure there are still leaves on those trees. I don't really know. Good. That's you make a good point, Mike. Pirates of the Caribbean. All right, let me play the scene and see if you can catch the cowboy. This is right near the end of the movie. Captain Jack gets the Black Pearl back, and he's very happy, and then he realizes everybody's staring at him, and he yells at him. And then it's very quick. You missed it. If you didn't see the cowboy, here it is. You see him? Over on the left. That's where the circle is supposed to be. That was in the Jaws clip. Yeah, this is clearly a crew member that probably thought he was not on camera, and it went by very quick. So I had heard about this years ago and then had noticed it since, and then I put this together, of course. What's Keith saying? The temp here dropped 40 to 50 degrees today from yesterday. Good grief. What is going on? Anyway. Don't catch pneumonia. Is that the threat with severe weather changes like that? I don't know if that's true or not. So anyway, there may have been multiple cameras here because there's so many actors crossing, getting, when he's yelling at them to get to work or whatever. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this happened, but it's kind of funny. It's enjoyable to see that. All right. And he has a white shirt on. Good point. Doesn't match everybody else's costume. Okay. Here's one of my favorites. This is The Godfather. A nearly perfect movie. One of the greatest American movies ever made. And whenever I've seen a list or a video compilation of movie mistakes, I don't know if I've ever heard about this one, but I see it every time I watch The Godfather. If you're not familiar with The Godfather, what? But if you're not familiar with The Godfather, this scene in particular, James Caan, who we saw in the Elf scene earlier, he is mad at Carlo, who is his brother-in-law, but beat his wife, who is Sonny's, James Caan's sister. I'm sure there's a better way I can explain this. Anyway, so James Caan's character, Sonny, is coming to beat up Carlo. So I'm going to let it play. Here we go. And that was it. And I see that every time. So okay. It's this punch in particular. I mean, this is it. It's a fight sequence. They're far away from the camera. but this punch misses the mark so badly, Wanda. I wish it were perfect. It is not, and I'm showing you why. James Caan doesn't want to hit the other actor. I can't remember his name. But yeah, does not even come close. He's that far away. He's a good foot and a half away. I enjoy that one so much. Let me play it again. Yeah. And I never hear anybody talk about this. So I'm proud of myself for coming up with that. Kay Atwood, welcome to the show, and you are getting ahead of me. Let's see. What's next? I don't remember. Oh, Speak of the Devil, Kay Atwood. Oh, sorry, Bob. I talked about Fight Club, didn't I? I shouldn't have. I'm not supposed to. All right. If you're not familiar with this mistake in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, you're about to see it. This is where Luke and Han and Obi-Wan and the droids are coming to save Princess Leia on the Death Star. And our heroes are trapped in the trash compactor. But while that's happening, these stormtroopers barge their way into this room, and the stormtrooper on the right hits his head on the door, and it made it into the movie. Right there. Can you guys hear this? There it was. Okay, so the deal is it made it into the movie. It probably wasn't supposed to make it into the movie. But as it turned out, this movie mistake got a life of its own, including Rock and Robin, welcome to the show, including from George Lucas. He kind of enjoyed this movie mistake. And if you go to Disney Plus right now and watch this, they have made the sound of him hitting his head on that door louder. They purposefully put in a louder sound effect when that happens now. And it's funny. Let me play it again. I hope you can hear this. I can't tell if you guys can hear this. There it is. There it is. And then afterward, did I get a... Yeah, there we go. He has to adjust his stormtrooper costume because he knocked it crooked on his head. But I just found out that in Attack of the Clones, when George Lucas made the prequels, there's a scene in Attack of the Clones where Jango Fett is boarding his Slave One ship, or whatever his ship is called. And he's leaving the rainy, where they're making the clone troopers, clone warriors. Anyway, he purposefully had Jango Fett hit his head on the door on the way into the ship. And he explained that. Addiction Mouse, welcome. He explained that, wouldn't it be funny and really true to form if these guys wearing these masks can't see very well out of them, and especially somebody like Jango Fett can't see how low the door to his ship is. So he had that character, and it's quite a long shot, so he's very small in the screen, but you can see it where Jango Fett hits his head on his ship, and it's a nod to this movie mistake here. Yeah, I thought that was enjoyable, and that was fun to read about. I actually didn't know about that until today, but I knew about this movie mistake. So this might be the funniest one. And if you can't hear that, I'm sorry, but it's a funny sound. Yeah. All right. That's my top 15 list. And I frankly don't even know if it was 15. But that's it, because we were celebrating movies today and all the things that make movies enjoyable, including their mistakes. So, yeah, I was happy to bring that to you. Let me zoom out. There we go. And my camera's crooked a little bit. I've got some very exciting things for my show in the future, including the ability to be able to switch multiple cameras. I've got that coming up in the very near future. And I couldn't be more excited about that. I just need multiple cameras now. But I have the piece of equipment that I need to make that happen. So very soon, it's going to be like the Oprah Winfrey Show in here. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be like a legit TV show up in here. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to thank Dean from the Live Place. Again, this was his idea. This was his idea to celebrate movies, to talk about movies, to have our shows being about film. And so I had talked about my favorite movies on Keith's show on Sunday, and now some of my favorite movie mistakes. So thank you, Dean, for coming up with this idea. And I'm so glad I was able to participate in your idea as well. Yeah. Other channel news. I vlogged something. I didn't go to the park to vlog, but it's Disney World adjacent in its content. And I hope to put that out very soon, but it's I didn't go to the parks. I didn't go to the resorts per se, but I've got something coming up where I take a look at some things that were at a resort at one time. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm a little bit excited about that. I hope it comes out well. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I do plan on going back to the parks the next time I will be there. The next time I can get back there is on Sunday. James Ryan, I know you're going to be there this week briefly. I just won't be able to meet you there. I'm sorry. My schedule is not going to allow it, but I wish I could. But I was happy to get to see you very recently. That'll have to hold me off, I guess. But I have a feeling you'll be back. There'll be other opportunities. So I'll be at the Magic Kingdom on Sunday, and I think so will everybody else. Bob and Ashley are going to be there. Mouse Talk's going to be there. Josh D'Amaro's going to be there. I don't know if that's true, but he might be. Yes, next time or anytime. Absolutely. That would be my pleasure. What else? Speaking of Mouse Talk, they have a show at 8:00. I assume they have a show tonight. I didn't really hear, but they usually do. So I'm going to go with that. Mouse Talk, Walt and Melissa, 8 p.m. Their show on Tuesdays is called Disanity, and it's always great fun. And their channel is blowing up, especially their live streams from the parks. It's so much fun. The numbers they're getting is Resort TV 1-ish. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's really cool. And so happy for them. No Disanity tonight, Caitlin. I'm not yelling at the messenger. I was shocked. So there is no Mouse Talk. Well, let me get that off my screen. We don't need that. So let me then instead talk about Ed and Mindy at the Viapre Project, the Hangouts, 9 p.m. tonight. Are they on? I don't even know. Am I supposed to be on tonight? Is something going on? I don't know. Mouse Talk are on sabbatical. What? It was canceled today. Oh, boy. All right. Well, 9 p.m. There you go. The Viapre Project. Speaking of the Disney Nerd Herders.
Nerd!
They have a Wednesday night live stream that they do, and it's great fun. They are an awesome family, and they just got back from Disney. I assume they're going to be talking about their trip a little bit. I don't know. You're just going to have to tune in to find out. And after that, we have D&G Explorers. They have a Wednesday night live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And they switch from cruising to Disney and then back to cruising. And this is week by week, not within the same show. Well, sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Check them out. A great support channel. Rob Fuzz is on Fridays, usually at 4 p.m., but he's on quite often and a frequent guest. And he is now the king of the retro Disney videos, because he has more than one. Anyway, check out Rob. He is a great supporter of this community. Bob and Ashley on Sunday. Again, Dougie, welcome to the show. Bob and Ashley Sundays at 7. Now, if they're live streaming on Sunday, Bob, perhaps you can enlighten us. I imagine you're going to go on sooner than 7 p.m. because the park closes at 5, or I don't know when it closes. I assume you're going to go on early Sunday, earlier than 7 p.m. But they have always great fun at the parks, and their numbers are growing as well. Everybody at the parks is just doing so well, and it's so fun to watch. And hopefully I can, for 3 to 6 hours. Well, that's how long my Tylenol lasts. All right. So Bob and Ashley on Sunday. We have Pete McDevitt, who has a show, I think at least 2 shows every day of the week, but specifically, I want to mention the Sunday evening show at 8 p.m., but he has a Wednesday show. He has a Thursday NFL show, which I'm proud to be a part of that in some way. So check out Pete with his producer, Preston, and it's always great fun. And speaking of exploding numbers, Pete is part of that as well. He is taking off like a rocket, and we all could not be happier for them. So check out Pete, Pepper Tree Villa. Mondays, you just missed them. They were on last night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. They're on a bit later because they're on the West Coast. And they were just talking about Trader Joe's versus other brands on their show last night. So if you're a fan of Trader Joe's, it was an enjoyable show to watch. I love Trader Joe's, but I can't get there that often because it's a good 45 minutes from my house. It's in Tampa proper. And I get to Aldi much more often. Same company. But yeah, that was a fun show. They always have a fun show, and they are awesome and a great supporter of my channel as well. So I don't know if I have anything else on here, but it is 8 o'clock. Time for me to fly. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you Sunday on a live stream. I'll poke my head in somewhere. But thank you so much, everybody. Wanda, Mom, thank you for the super chats. I will see you on my channel 6 days and 23 hours from now, I suppose, if I can get ready before 3 minutes into the show. I'll try to be on time next week. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Ending broadcast.